Okay, so I already put on my skincare. I'm going to start off with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation in N3.5. It's one of the cushion foundations. I just take my beauty blender. I'm just going to start patting it all over my face in a really sheer layer. I like this for days where I want really light makeup just because it does apply in such a sheer coverage and it looks like real skin. But I still get enough coverage to cover up whatever I need to. Make sure you blend down the neck because you don't want like a harsh line. You want it to look natural, you know, going for that no makeup look. I'm just going to take a little more and go over the areas I want to focus on. So on my chin, above my lip, pretty much the T-zone, and under my eyes a little more. And I just want to cover up the scar a little bit, so I'm going to start here. Of course, I'm still going to use a little bit of concealer afterwards, but just to start off, so chin, above the lip, nose, and middle of my forehead. I have a few breakouts coming on. Also, at least under the eyes. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for dark circles. It's in the neutralizer. I'm just taking whatever is on here, and I'm going to crank up that much product and just go underneath the eyes to eliminate my dark circles, on my nose to highlight, and I'm also going to place them in the inner corner of the eye just because if you're tired, it kind of opens up the eye really, really nice, over the lip, and a little bit on the forehead. I'm just doing a thin layer over every part. I know it looks like a whole lot more, but it's really just a thin layer. Give my face a little bit of dimension and highlight here. So, still just taking my beauty blender and blending. Next, I want to set all this for now, so I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Invisible Loose Setting Powder in Universal. It's just a regular old setting powder in translucent. I like translucent because it doesn't add any extra coverage, so you don't get that cakiness. It looks more natural. I'm just taking this giant fluffy brush. I'm pretty sure I got it right, but it's super, super soft. Tapping into my brush. It's just running that all over the face.
Find this to be pretty easy. Okay.
So with the eyes, even though we're going for that no makeup look, I also still want a little bit of definition in my eyes. So I'm going to take a fluffy blender brush by XO Beauty, and wow, I have so much on my desk. I have a Z palette with all my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I'm going to take, I'm pretty sure this is, yes, Peach Smoothie. It's kind of like this light orange color. I'm just going to take this on my fluffy blender brush and run it all over my lid, mainly focusing starting at the crease area just to give a little definition and up. And I'm taking like the tiniest bit of product, like I literally tapped into it once just so I would just pick up a little bit. I'm using a super fluffy blender brush because I don't want it to be a super harsh color. I want it to be light and looking natural. So the fluffier the brush, the more give it gives. It's not going to give as much product. If it's stiffer, of course, it'll pack on more product. But yeah, that's why I chose a fluffy blender brush. Next, I'm going to take where is it? A flat eyeshadow brush and the color Mirage from Makeup Geek. It's just this like pale yellowish color. Really nice. One of my favorite colors, to be honest with you. It has like a sheer-ish finish, but it's not like shimmery. I'm just going to apply that onto my lid. It's more so matte. It just kind of gives this like luminous look to your eye. And I'm also going to take that underneath the brow bone. I normally don't highlight with this brush, so it's kind of strange. It's okay. I think my favorite color to highlight my brow bone with always has been something with like a yellower base. I think it just looks pretty. Just the stage I'm in right now. I'm going to build up that color a little bit more on my lid because I'm going to take the fluffy brush and blend it all back out. So it's going to diffuse the color a little bit. So I'm going to speed it up and I will be right back. Okay, so now that we've blended everything out, I'm going to take this was like a lip brush originally, but I turned it into an eyeliner brush. And it's just like a flat, rounded, tipped brush. It's very stiff. Most of the time, by the time I'm done, it kind of looks like an angled brush because the product moves it this way and I pull it along my eye. But even with a no makeup look, I still like to have definition in my lash line. So I'm going to take the color Cocoa Bear, which is like a light, warm brown, and mix that with Americano from Makeup Geek. And that is a dark brown. It's a dark chocolatey brown. I'm going to mix those two on my brush, taking the lighter color first, and then Americano on top of it. So it's going to give it like a warm chocolatiness. And I'm going to press that into my lash line very softly. This is an optional step, of course, but I like a little bit of definition. So I start towards like the outer corner and then move my way in because I want the most product to be on the outer corner and not so much on the inner corner. I just blend it out lightly with my finger. Don't be scared. I'm not trying to get like a smoked out look. It's more so just to soften the edges. Taking a little bit more Americano on the outer corner. And now I'm going to do the other eye and just speed it up and I'll be right back. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to take Maybelline's Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in deep brown. Some people like to use a brow pencil or brow powder. I just like to use a brow gel for my no makeup days, just to give my brows a little bit of color, and I also want to tame them, and it saves me an extra step of putting brow mascara or like brow gel into my brows after I'm done. So I just use the brush and shape them. And it gives them a little bit of color and definition without being too much.
So far I do like this brow mascara. Excuse me. I think I like the Benefit one a little bit more, just because I'm not like a huge fan of the ball up here. But I kind of do like it for building up the volume in the front of the brow. But for the rest, it's kind of awkward to like hold the ball above your brow and then try not to get it on your skin. My left eyebrow takes a little bit of work just because my ends here, like the tail of my eyebrow on this side, the hairs curl upwards no matter what. So I always have to like press them down with brow gel or brow mascara. Most of the time, it's like a 50-50 chance of me being successful. So yeah, so now my eyebrows are done, and they're a little bit more natural, a little softer.
I'm also going to take whatever is left on this brush and press it into my lower lash line. Just really gently, just to also define my lower lashes as well. Of course, this is completely optional, to each their own. Literally takes like 5 seconds. Alright, so because of my foundation, we've pretty much washed out the color in my face. So So I want to add that back in with some blush. I'm taking a Real Techniques buffing brush. I don't know why I like this for blush. It has like a good compacted feel, but still soft enough to blend. I'm going to take this peachy color by Makeup Geek. It's called Bliss. It's just a peachy pink. A little bit more on the orange side. It's more of like a coral. Tapping into it and just lightly brushing that onto my cheeks. Mainly the apples, and then I work my way back. Most people don't like it towards the hairline, but I like to just have it diffuse backwards and around. To me, it looks a little bit more natural. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer to my cheeks with a fan brush, just because now that it's summer, if you go out and you're wearing like this no makeup look to the beach, the pool, whatever, I kind of just want to have a little bit of a sun-kissed look. I'm taking this like bronzer shade in the Makeup Revolution Radiance palette oh yeah, it's the highlighter palette in Radiance. That's what I meant to say. So I'm going to take that really lightly onto my fan brush. And I'm just going to dust it on the highest point of my cheeks. It's not going to give like a strong highlight. It's not going to look like pink or white or anything because this is more of a bronzy color. So this is going to give me like that sun-kissed look right there. So
on my cheekbones, depending on your facial structure, you want to decide where it's best to highlight your face. So pretty much where your cheekbones are most forward, you want to start that especially there. I'm also going to do a little bit on my forehead, my nose, chin, whatever is really left over, just because it's not going to be that much. So if you can see like in the little bit of shine there, you want your skin to look healthy and glowy and beautiful. So that is that.
I'm going to take my eyelash curler. I'm always going to curl my lashes even if I'm not wearing that much makeup that day. Because it does open up your eyes. You want to look awake and alert. So when you curl your eyelashes, it opens up your eye a little bit more. This is an eyelash curler from like Rite Aid, and I've tried more expensive ones, and honestly, I like this one. Just because of the handle, it's really nice to rest your finger. It's super easy. I replace it every few months, just because the spring does get like looser, but it's pretty cheap, so I'm not mad. Okay. Normally, I would put a primer on my eyelashes just because I kind of like them to look big. So I'm going to do that. You can totally skip that. It's optional. For me, no makeup look. You want your lashes, like what am I trying to say? For most people, if you're wearing no makeup, you just want your eyelashes to look defined. For me, like I always focus on my lashes because I have shorter lashes, so I take as many steps as I can to make them look longer and my eyes look bigger. So I'm going to take my L'Oreal Paris Double Extend Tube and the primer side. I'm just going to put a little bit of primer over my eyelashes. This helps protect them and lengthen them, and for me, I notice it helps keep the curl because I do wait for the primer to dry before I put on more mascara, so the weight of mascara isn't going to like weigh it down. So while my lashes are almost dry, I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite mascaras right now. It's the Physicians Formula Organic Wear in Ultra Black. I really like this. It was recommended by Tati, which is a glam life guru on YouTube. So I like this. It has a really nice brush. It kind of reminds me of the CoverGirl Lash Blast, but this doesn't irritate my eyes. It doesn't flake. It doesn't smudge for me, so I like it.
So I'm going to start applying a very thin layer on my top lashes, being careful not to get it onto my eyelid. I like to start at the base and wiggle up, and also curling the band, or the wand, upward, or like out. Trying to get as much product as I can. I pull my lashes straight up. I know some people pull them out to the side, which is pretty, but because I have shorter lashes, it shortens them further because the length of it, when you pull it to the side, it shortens it. So, I'm just going to apply a quick coat to each lash, or to each eye, not each lash, but I don't know why, my left eye always, like the lashes always look better than my right eye. I have no idea why. I would like it to both look even. Okay, so this part is also optional. I just like it because I feel more comfortable this way. So I'm going to put a little mascara on my bottom lashes. Once again, completely optional, up to you. I like to have my bottom lashes defined. I feel like it opens my eye a little bit more. So I'm not putting like a heavy amount of mascara on because it's a no makeup look. You want to look as natural as possible. And not even like no makeup look. This is like maybe quick everyday look for someone.
So I'm going to take, I don't know how to pronounce this, I've had this for a while, the Shella, it's C-H-E-L-L-A, Eye Release Highlighter. I like to put this in my inner waterline, just so it kind of highlights this a little bit, makes my eyes look a little bigger. Yeah. Now I'm going to take a flat rounded brush. I have no idea what brush this is. I'm going to take, what is the color? Mirage, again, from Makeup Geek. I'm going to tap it on the very tip of my brush, tap off the excess, and kind of set that liner with the Mirage. Even though it's more yellow base and this was more peachy base, it kind of works together. Don't know how, don't know why. Opens up my eyes a little bit more. Okay, so last step of all, your lips. You can put on lip balm, chapstick, a tinted like lip product, anything you want. For me today, I like mauvey pinks. I think they look good on me. And because my lips are kind of like, I don't know, they're not very colorful as I'd like them to be. So I'm using Too Faced lipstick in Spice Spice Baby. It's the golden tubes.
These are super moisturizing. I highly recommend them to people with dry lips. So it's a little bit of a mauvey pink, and it's not as like natural as some people would say, but for me, natural enough. Considering most days I will wear liquid lipsticks, this is much better.
Okay, so that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. It looks very simple, very fast if you just know how to do it quickly. I know this video might be a little longer than you would think, but it's also because I'm talking and explaining things. So honestly, you could do it easily 5 to 10 minutes if you take out extra steps that you don't want to do, or even if you do all of them. As long as you like master and know exactly what you want and where you want it on your face, you can do it, I promise. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up the video if you liked it. Please leave me any suggestions that you want to see in future videos. That would be lovely. So I hope to see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.